Coach Danny Hall here on RamblinRec.com as the Jackets open up fall practice in preparation for the 2012 season. And Coach Hall, last year you came into fall practice, you had 17 plus freshmen here on the roster. You come out here today and those guys are a year older. With the dynamics of this team changed up a little bit, what are your expectations for them as they head into fall practice?
Well, we just want, we want to get better as individuals. We want to try to make our team better, and based on who we lost, with losing certainly Mark Pope and Jed Bradley, and then losing the left side of our infield, we got to kind of figure out what pitchers are going to step up and take those innings. Certainly as starters on the weekend, we'll have to figure out who's going to be our midweek starter, and then we got to kind of figure out what's going to happen on the left side of that infield. But we do have quite a few guys back, so we're happy about that. Definitely don't have as many freshmen, so a little easier to remember everybody's name on the first day of practice. But we're excited. We just want to try to improve as much as we can this fall, see exactly kind of what we have and what guys can do, and then that'll give us a pretty good game plan going into January and February to start our season next year.
You mentioned some of the positions that are open, a couple starting pitching spots on the weekend, the midweek starter, and as well as third baseman and shortstop. Those guys have all left for pro contracts. Who might be some of the guys that will compete out there today in fall practice?
Well, I think, obviously Matthew Grimes is going to probably go somewhere on the weekend. Probably the biggest decision we'll have to make this fall is what I'm going to do with Luke Bard. I know he would like to start, and I think he's definitely capable of being a great starting pitcher in the ACC, but a lot of that would have to be, I'd have to have a lot of confidence in somebody else to close. But I think Dusty Isaacs, DeAndre Smelter are other candidates to either pitch on Sunday or pitch midweek. And that's going to be determined this fall. We'll just kind of get a good look at some of those guys as they come back from summer baseball, and definitely get a good look at some of our freshmen. It may be somebody that we're not expecting to be a starting pitcher that ends up being that. So that's kind of why we're out here this fall, to see what guys can do, and then we'll make some decisions based on what we see.
With a lot of guys returning for the Jackets this fall and on into the spring, who might be some of the guys that you're looking for to step up in a leadership role on this team?
Well, I think a lot of guys are capable, but certainly, a guy like Brandon Thomas has played now 3 years. Jake Davies is the one senior that I think everybody will certainly look up to. But, I think a lot of people can lead. I think Zane Evans set a great example last year of a guy that didn't say a lot, but he led by going out there and catching every day. So, I think we have a lot of guys capable of leading. Certainly Luke Bard on our pitching staff. Buck Farmer kind of leads by example. So I think we have a lot of guys that can assume that role, and but we kind of count on all of them to be good leaders.
And Coach, you have a new addition to your coaching staff this year, a familiar name to some of the Jacket fans, Wally Krancer. Can you tell us a little bit about Coach Krancer and what his responsibilities will be of this team?
Well, Wally played here. His last year here, we went to the College World Series. So, it's a guy that's done everything that our players are getting ready to go through here. Played professional baseball and then came back to the Atlanta area last year. Finished his degree last year, and coached this summer out in East Cobb. But indicated to me last year that he wanted to go into coaching, and he's going to coach our outfielders. He'll work with our hitters, and going to be a great addition to our staff. He was a great player, and he'll bring a lot of new ideas and young ideas to our team.
Thank you so much, Coach Hall. Good luck this fall practice.
All right, thanks, Nolan.